It wasn't the first time this week that the president's comments about women have drawn attention. The issue dogged him during the campaign as well. More now from Nancy Cordes.
What drew scrutiny earlier this week wasn't an insult, but a compliment.
Katrina Perry. She has a nice smile on her face, so I bet she treats you well.
White House aides say the president was just being friendly to an Irish reporter. Critics say he has a history of honing in on women's looks.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals.
When Megyn Kelly asked him about it, candidate Trump trained his fire on her.
There was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
But now he inhabits the Oval Office. A league of Democratic congresswomen accused him today of setting a bad example for young men.
Stop the disrespect.
Michigan's Brenda Lawrence.
This is not acceptable, Mr. President. You do not have the right, because you have a Twitter account, to display behavior that I taught my son never to do.
They noted that today's tweet is nothing new for a man with a history of crude comments.
Grab him by the I could do anything.
Who publicly mocked the appearance of both of his female opponents, first Carly Fiorina, then Hillary Clinton.
And when she walked in front of me, believe me, I wasn't impressed.
When you become president of the United States, it's beneath your dignity to launch those kinds of attacks.
Republican Senator Susan Collins has repeatedly implored her party's leader to tone down the rhetoric.
A number of female lawmakers have said that the president has a problem with sexism. Do you feel that way?
Well, I have not experienced that personally. What I think is the president has a problem with anyone who criticizes him or doesn't agree with him.
Republicans routinely criticize the president for his tweets, but what was different today was the intensity, some of them begging him to stop. They are not confident he will listen, however, Anthony, because they realize that some of these habits are ingrained.
Nancy, is there any sign that the president's crude comments could hurt his political agenda?
Well, that's the concern of people who want him to succeed. They fear that these comments further weaken his relationship with his own party's members and also reduce his influence over them on issues like health care. It also makes Republicans more reluctant to call on him to serve as a public messenger on these issues because they can never be quite sure about what he's going to say and whether it's going to help or hurt their cause.
Nancy Cordes at the Capitol. Thank you, Nancy.